getting a pre-inspection or an inspection before you put your home on the market can be a great thing to do as a homeowner. And there's a few reasons why. So first of all, just keep in mind that the majority of the time, a buyer is going to get an inspection done when they're purchasing your home. Unless you are truly a fixer-upper and your home is being marketed as such, that's what's going to happen. So a buyer is going to find out things on inspection, whether you do a pre-inspection or not. Now, doing an inspection up front can save you a lot of time, hassle, heartache, and money. And as an example, I actually have a home that's on the market now where the home had been sitting vacant for a while, and it's a nice home, but it hadn't been lived in. And we knew there was some deferred maintenance that was happening. We wanted to make sure that we really understood all the issues in the home before we marketed the home, and a buyer went under contract. So the seller agreed to get an inspection done. We found some items that the seller was unable to fix, and there were other items that he just wasn't willing to fix. But that was okay because we were then able to get an estimate for the cost to fix the items that weren't addressed. And as part of everything, we're disclosing to all the buyers and their agents, here's everything we know about the property, and here's the cost to actually get these items fixed if you decide you wanted to purchase it. Now, as a buyer, just imagine if you walked into some of these homes, this house, for example, and you were looking at the house, you might have a lot of questions in your mind in terms of, what am I going to find out on inspection? I'm afraid of a plumbing issue or a roof issue or whatever else. When we're giving you the inspection report as the buyer, it takes a lot of that concern or question out of your mind. And so it just gives the parties in the transaction a lot more clarity. And keep in mind, again, the buyer is going to find out the things that are wrong with your property once they go under contract. So, and at that point in time, when you're under contract and a buyer comes back and wants a whole bunch of repairs done and you're under the gun because due diligence is getting ready to end and they're considering walking away, doesn't give you as the seller nearly as much time to really get quality quotes, perhaps, or to really come at the negotiation from a position of strength. Versus if you know up front the things that are wrong with your home, you've disclosed them. And now, as a buyer that's proceeding the transaction, they're buying the home knowing these items exist. So you're not going to get the prize, towards your closing date. All of a sudden, you're being requested to come up with this big credit for all of these items that are discovered by the buyer. And if you say no, now you've got a big problem because now you've got to either address them or disclose them anyway to the next potential buyer. So an inspection before you list can be a really, really wise investment. It gives you a chance to fix certain things, to make your home more marketable, to be able to net more money for it. And it gives you the ability to disclose all the things that you're not going to fix along with a quote to get them fixed to a potential buyer. So yes, I'm a big fan of getting an inspection before you list your property.